Forecast. Here's KATC Chief Meteorologist Rob Perillo.
Weather-wise, we are taking a look at another round of showers and storms on the way tomorrow. Not as nasty as it was today, but then we get into Thursday. Might not see widespread storms, but the storm dynamics are going to be quite strong, and the severe weather risk actually is going to be increasing through Thursday. So busy period in the weather lab and across Acadiana as we're looking at not one but two storm systems. The first one that helped produce the severe weather across our area is moving up across the high plains, but a trailing boundary all the way down to the Gulf Coast is what produced our weather today. Here comes the next one across portions of the Rockies, producing snows at elevation in the southwest, even blizzard warnings as you get into New Mexico. Meanwhile, locally here, flash flood watches in effect off to the east and still lingering very heavy rainfall after this action was slow to move across the area today, even slower for portions of Acadiana. And you can see some of those heavier rains. The rains beginning to wind down finally in Iberia Parish, not so St. Mary Parish. More heavy rains coming. Also lower St. Martin Parish, and you can see very intense severe storms offshore. We're glad they're out here, but they could be working their way into southeast Louisiana, where it's already been wet this afternoon. There is a new flood warning for portions around the Houma area that goes through this evening, and more heavy-duty rains on the way. And you can see the action in St. Mary. Again, on and off locally heavy downpours, and as we indicated, upwards of 6.5 inches of rain, Sippermore Point. Also 5-6 inches of rain across much of St. Mary Parish, and more coming. Probably 2 or 3 more inches to come. So be careful on the roadways all the way down through St. Mary. We're going to see high water on the roadways there. Now, as we showed you the HER model earlier, the GRAF model really wants to push things off down to the south and east, and we'll give this some credence as well. Going into tomorrow morning, things quiet down overall. Maybe a little sun early in the day, but as the day progresses, that boundary is going to be moving back to the north. And again, the model hitting southeastern Louisiana harder, but I think we're going to see a little bit more activity across Acadiana into the afternoon hours. And we see that showing up maybe late afternoon on the GRAF model. And this is where that severe weather threat may manifest tomorrow. Notice still some action over St. Mary, Iberia Parish, more than likely. And I'm going to keep rain chance at 70% tomorrow, especially for the latter part of the afternoon into the early evening hours. Then it quiets down Wednesday night, Thursday morning, and then going into Thursday, we're going to have a pretty strong low pressure system here. And notice not a whole lot breaking out, and then all of a sudden showers and storms bust out, and that could be more to the west and then eventually moving off to the north and east. And these are the discrete cells, those loner cells that could produce isolated tornadoes, and there could be a couple of strong ones involved as well. So something that we'll watch closely. Going into Thursday evening, things finally quieting down, and by Friday we'll be back to partly sunny skies. Cooler in the morning, temperatures getting back down into the mid-50s, but near 80 degrees for Friday afternoon. So here's the severe weather threat for tomorrow. Marginal risk, I-10 Highway 90 corridor on northward. By the way, we were at a marginal risk today per yesterday's forecast, and you see how that worked out. Slight risk as you go farther to the north, and then that risk actually increases into Thursday. All of Acadiana hatched in for a slight, enhanced into Mississippi, northeast Louisiana, and Alabama, Tennessee as well. And we might see a higher moderate risk somewhere in here. We'll see how things go. But again, we'll be on the lookout for some supercell thunderstorms that could develop as we head into Thursday. The flood threat still farther to the east. You could argue maybe here close to home, but right now we're not anticipating any more big rains locally. It's going to be all to the east of us. That's the way it's shaping up right now. And then winds. Winds are going to be breezy again tomorrow during the day. A few gusts to 20, but watch what happens as we go into Thursday. You know, when things really pick up in the afternoon, we see some gusts well in excess of 40 miles an hour. So we'll have those severe weather dynamics in place at the lower levels for the potential for severe storms. I would expect a tornado watch for portions of Acadiana going into Thursday. So showers slowly taper, a few more cells later on tonight, but things quieting down tomorrow. Scattered showers and storms develop, especially afternoon, early evening hours. Got to go with a rain chance at 70%, 80% on Thursday. Now, the day won't be a complete washout, but you'll see some action. Friday looking very nice. The weekend, not so bad as well. And it's going to be a warm weekend with highs in the low to mid 80s Saturday and lower 80s on Sunday before that next front pushes on through. Marcel?